I'm not talking about any of that tonight. I'm in the same position I was when I've been asked for the other 15 times.
That was 3 days ago. What's new with Mack Brown tonight?
Well, tonight, those questions brought back to life. Good evening. I'm Shannon Wolfson.
I'm Robert Hadlock. The University of Texas denies reports that Mack Brown is stepping down. KXAN Sports Director Roger Wallace has been following the developments all day long since they first reported here this morning.
It's one of the most prominent positions in the state, one of the most coveted jobs in the country, and Mack Brown has it. Is it coming open? Mack Brown says he's not decided to step down as head coach. That decision expected to be made the next few days, according to multiple reports. OrangeBloods.com reported this afternoon that Brown was, in fact, stepping down after 16 years as head coach. He would assume a role similar to the assistant to the president position that Darrell Royal held. Despite all the reports, the coaching staff has not been informed of any decision. And Athletic Director Steve Patterson released a statement this afternoon saying, "We continue to discuss the future of Texas football. Mack Brown has not resigned and no decisions have been made." Brown, of course, head coach since 1998, led Texas to prominence with a national championship in 2005. They won at least 9 games for 3 straight years, then went on a run of at least 10 for 9 straight years. But, of course, on Saturday, a chance to win the Big 12 championship at Baylor, and they lose 30-10 after being tied at 3-3 at the half. And all the speculation continues after they got things turned around during the Big 12 season. Now, Brown is scheduled to be in San Antonio for an Alamo Bowl news conference with Oregon coach Mark Helfrich on Thursday. Friday's the team banquet, and they will begin bowl practice on Saturday. So unless it's going to be a very uncomfortable news conference on Thursday, we expect to have some sort of news tomorrow, maybe one way or the other.
Okay. Thank you.
Roger, thank you. Still a lot of speculation, of course, both online and on talk radio today. KXAN's Chris Tavares has more on that.
When news of Mack Brown's reported resignation first came out, it was a feeding frenzy for sports talk radio.
It's crazy. It's nuts. And I don't think anybody knows exactly what's going on unless you're behind the burnt orange curtain.
Rod Babers, who played at Texas under Brown, and Craig Way, the voice of the Longhorns, co-hosts the sports buffet on AM 1300 The Zone.
I think a lot of people are having fun with the conjecture and the speculation and kind of jumping on the Twitter craze right now.
Even though both Texas and Brown refute the reports, fans aren't believing the denial.
You can't get on the fans for being crazy and not believing what's the message coming out of the 40 acres. That was a similar message that came when the Lost Dodge report broke a couple of weeks before he actually retired.
I will not believe what comes out of the 40 acres. Their precedent has been set, but let's look at it this way. The report, Chip Brown is saying he will be stepping down. Mack is now saying that he is not stepping down. So one of those two things is going to end up not being true.
But one of the biggest questions fans have centers on how this report will affect recruiting.
These recruits are going to ask him, "Are you going to be my coach?" And I'd be interested to see what he's actually saying to those recruits.
There's no way Mack Brown's going to say, "Yeah, my future is uncertain."
He's in South Florida, and he's visiting with a recruit, and I guarantee you he's telling that recruit that he's planning to be the head football coach of the University of Texas.
Only time will tell if that proves to be true. Chris Tavares, KXAN News.
UT President Bill Powers is a strong supporter of Mack Brown. As we mentioned last night, Powers' own job will be the focus of UT System Regents later this week. The agenda lists a closed-door meeting on Thursday that will take up a recommendation about President Powers. He's led the UT campus since 2006. This meeting comes at a time when Regent Wallace Hull faces impeachment over accusations he misused his office, all in an attempt to force out President Powers.